Okay, first installation. We're going to leave this tape here because that may or may not be something that you're going to use, so we'll just use it for example. So this window is a little bit smaller than the opening that you see here, and as you can see, it just goes like this, right in, sits right in the space. Now the next step is to run a secondary molding around this, or the next step is to incorporate this into the existing molding that you have, and this is how we do that. This method is not the method I recommend for installation, but it all depends on what the customer wants to do and where they're going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with Glazer's points how this is installed. I really don't recommend gluing windows in. I just don't. If they break, you have to break them to get them out. It's better to put them in as separate entities apart from the door. Again, that doesn't mean you can't put another molding around them and incorporate them into the door, but I really recommend that stained glass remain loose and free. You don't have to worry about rattling or anything, but loose and free so that you can pull it back out if you want to. So this is a method of installation I use quite frequently. The thing that I don't like about having a naked window is that when you do a Glazer's point, you're pressing directly on the glass, and that can crack it. Stress on glass is the #1 form of cracking. Really, people rarely drop their stained glass windows. But stress and pressing on it can cause a crack. You can, of course, put it in here, but I find this a little awkward because you actually have to press it down further to get into the 1/4 inch. But technically what we're talking about is taking your Glazer's point. I know this is a little hard to see. I'm very sorry about that. Taking your Glazer's point and working your Glazer's point in like that. You would go a little deeper. This is a little less than a 1/4 inch. But working your Glazer's point in, as you can see, even with one Glazer's point, it's very hard to get this out. Now that should go all the way in and should be flush. I give you a little bit of patina to darken them down so they look black. So that is one way of incorporating a stained glass window into an existing window on top of existing glass with existing mullions. So this would fit inside each space if that were the case. The glass would go up. You'd use some of these to hold them in. It looks like $1 million. Okay, what I'm going to show you is the next method of doing this.